Subbalakshmi Foods is engaged in supplying restaurant or catering service in Maharashtra. In the preceding financial year, it has a turnover of 90 lakhs from the restaurant and catering service and 30 lakhs from the supply of farm labor in the said state. Further, it has also earned a bank interest of 30 lakhs from the fixed deposits. So, all these are for the previous year. So, what is the turnover? While computing the turnover, we take 90 lakhs plus 30 farm labor. So, plus 30 interest. No, that will not come. So, because while determining aggregate turnover, generally aggregate turnover is what? All supplies, taxable, exempted, non-taxable, zero rated, everything will come. But inward supply under RCM will not come and taxes will not come. That is the general meaning of aggregate turnover. But under composition scheme, what is the meaning of aggregate turnover for determining the eligibility? The same meaning. One more change is there. We should take out interest on loans, advances, deposits. That will not be taken into aggregate turnover. And one more change is that even pre-registration turnover also will be added. For example, pre-registration turnover is 30 lakhs, 20 lakhs, and post-registration turnover is 140 lakhs. 140 plus 20, 160. Current year we cannot opt for composition scheme. Even before the date of registration, during that financial year, before the date of registration, if there is any turnover, that should also be taken. Okay. So, these are the two adjustments you need to remember for the regular turnover, aggregate turnover, to arrive at the aggregate turnover for eligibility to opt for composition scheme. So, in this case, interest should not be taken. So, therefore, it will be 120 lakhs. As the aggregate turnover during the previous year does not exceed 120 lakhs and they are engaged in supply of food, current year they can opt for composition scheme. Okay. So, current year they can opt for composition scheme. And current year what they need to do? They should render the services not more than 10% of turnover during previous year or 5 lakhs, whichever is higher. That is farm labor is there na. That should not be more than 10% of turnover during previous year or 5 lakhs, whichever is higher. That is 12 lakhs or 5 lakhs, whichever is higher, up to 12 lakhs only. Current year they can render services of farm labor. Interest, no issue. Interest will not be taken. So, which means, so in the 10% computation, interest will not be taken. Okay. So, also in computation of aggregate turnover, interest income shall be excluded. Therefore, aggregate turnover of the previous year is 120 and they are eligible to opt for composition scheme even if they provide services. Now, would your answer be different if they are engaged in milling of paddy into rice on job work basis instead of supply of farm labor and the turnover from the said activity is 30? Whatever the case may be, previous year 120 will not change. Current year they can render services. Whatever may be the service other than supply of food and other than interest income, up to 10% of turnover during previous year or 5 lakhs, whichever is higher. That much limit only they can provide services.